CookieMonster.com, and today I'm sharing with you some adorable mini caramel apple pops. So these are actually scooped out of the flesh of an actual apple, so you don't have to be so committal because they make a ton, and you can personalize them and roll them in crushed candies, cookies, or sprinkles, whatever your heart desires. And if caramel isn't your thing, you can also dip them in chocolate. It's important to consider preventing the caramel from sliding off when you prepare these. So organic unwaxed fruit works best, and you want to go in there with a metal melon baller or a coffee scoop, and you just want to go make a round, firm, and full scoop like this. And it really helps if you leave some of the skin on. So I'm going to continue scooping my flesh out. The absolute most important thing is to make sure that all of your balls are as bone dry as possible. So you'll have to blot multiple times throughout this process. You'll have to do it now and later before you dip, because any trace of moisture will allow the caramel to slide right off. It's best to work in batches, so I'm going to stick a popsicle stick into each one, and I'm going to place them in the freezer while I work on the caramel. And as you're sticking them in, there's more liquid that seeps out, so you want to go in there and dry that off as well. Like I said, keeping these dry is the most important step. So to my caramels, I just want to drizzle in just a little bit of cream or milk and a little pinch of salt, because I love how that salt really offsets all the cloyingly sweet parts of this, because I love that tart and refreshing bite from the apple and then that rich creamy butteriness from the caramels, but I don't want it to be too overwhelming. So I'm going to put this into my microwave in 30-second bursts until it's smooth and melted. Just like my apples, I like to work with my pool of caramel sauce in batches as well. Everything in batches. So make sure you blot your apple ball again and slowly dip them into this pool of chocolate. And I have a slip of wax waiting for me, because as soon as you dip this guy, you want to pop it back into the freezer. You want to tap off any excess. And then another trick to keeping these to set and not to slip off is to roll in cookie crumbs or candy sprinkles, whatever you like. And then I'm going to put this guy into the freezer really quickly. Keep in mind that as your caramel cools, it makes it easier for it to stick and just kind of comes together much nicely. And now I'm going to roll this one into some cookie crumbs. I've got some ginger snap crumbs that I'm rolling it into, Biscoff, graham cracker, whatever your heart desires. Even some candies would be really fun for this too. So remember, pop this guy really quickly into the freezer.